Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I want to share with you guys my snapshot of what I've created for real estate investors in the HighLevel system. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I think this is going to be a great video for anyone who's interested in wholesaling, fixing and flipping, or buying rental properties. This is the perfect CRM system and marketing platform that you can use and leverage to, one, find more deals, two, keep and track and manage all of these deals, and three, make sure that they're closing out and that you have the next steps in order for your team or yourself to execute on. So when you first log into the system, it's pretty basic when it comes inside of it, right? So you have the number of opportunities that you have inside of your system. These are leads, deals, people that you're talking and negotiating with. The next part of the system is then the pipeline value, right? We want to know exactly how much each of these leads are worth and how much are actually closed, open, and lost, right? This is effectively going to help and manage exactly where you're losing out on deals. And you have the most important thing, your conversion ratio, right? So then we just go inside here, we can see, hey, we have 10 new leads. We have X amount warm, booked appointments, in escrow, and one, right? These are things that you're going to be able to track and keep stage of. And what's also cool is we have the same exact side, but for our cash buyers, right? So if you're a wholesaler, this is going to be an important lesson for you guys. As much as it's important to find more motivated sellers, it's important to make sure you're building your cash buyers database. I'm going to show you guys exactly on how to do both of those, right? So what's cool is if you have a team or if you're interacting with multiple people such as VAs or anything like that, you get to exactly see what are the manual actions that so-and-so is making, right? How many calls has Kyle made? How many calls has Daniel made? Flip Buddy, and so many more, right? So when we go inside of here, we want to make sure, one, that on a daily basis that everyone's taking action steps. And then two, we also can kind of just check in to see this. So the next thing is, hey, what if I need to kind of share different tasks or make sure that things are getting done in a certain order? Well, you can assign tasks for these people, right? So I can see, hey, Flip Buddy hasn't followed up with an offer in 100 days. That offer is probably lost. Why did he do that, right? Why did he not go back in there? Same thing with this, right? Follow up with new motivated seller. And you can go ahead and then check these off. And then you can go in here and you can go look at all of them. You can look at just the ones that have been completed and make sure that you guys are effectively using this system to confirm all of your tasks and getting things done when it comes down to it. The next thing, this is what I love, is where are your leads coming from? Are they coming from Facebook, Google, Instagram, the main landing page, your networking, referrals, text messages, YouTube, whatever you're getting leads from, you can track it and make sure you know exactly where these people are at. And I can go, hey, I'm getting 50% of my leads off of Instagram. Maybe I should go spend some more time over there. Or maybe I should go spend some time over on Instagram or Google or Facebook or wherever the heck that you're getting your leads from. It's going to be important that you're taking a look at that. You can link up your Google My Business. So once someone takes a look at you, you can see how many people are interacting with your page. I highly recommend that you guys set that up. And then you can just manage your reviews and all that good stuff on the dashboard. So this is the dashboard section. The next thing is our conversations, right? These are the conversations that I have, right? So in this example, I have Jerry Norton gave me a call, right, on December 3rd, right? So I can take a look at Jerry's call. All of the calls can be recorded for quality assurance purposes. It lets the person know on the other hand, and it also makes you look very official when it comes down to your business, right? One, this is going to be helping you guys out so much, especially when you have multiple people calling and talking with people. You can go ahead and make sure, okay, cool, this person's actually serious, they're not serious, or I need another set of eyes on it. So I can go here, download this off, and I can listen to the call directly right there. And I can share that link with whoever I want, right? My mentor, someone who's, let's say it's a financial partner or something like that. You can share that information over with them. So this is really cool because essentially you can manage all of your conversations. We have some big hitters right over on this side. The next thing is your recent conversations. So these are basically recently what you have, right? So we have a new motivated seller. Their name is Kyle, and they're looking to sell that property, right? And then we can go into all of the conversations. So let's say I wanted to click on Kyle. He's the lead that I wanted to look at, right? Well, one, I can see all of his information, right? I can take a look at it and see he's not in any campaigns. I can add him to one if I want real fast. And this is going to help for me to automatically follow up without me having to do anything, which is super nice. Or what I can do is I can take a look at some of the information that he's provided me. And this is really cool. So like we basically have selected some data, right? And surveys and forms and all that good stuff. So, in this case, this is a cash buyer one. So, some of these are cash buyer ones. Some of these are, motivated seller ones that kind of put it together on this account. But, basically he's looking to do about 1 to 5, or he did 1 to 5 deals. He's looking for anything in the West Valley. They would like to sell between this time period. And these are just custom questions that we've asked them about. So that way they can know exactly what type of investor they are, what type of a property that they have, how long they've owned the property, the condition of it, why are you looking to sell, what kind of repairs, all of this good information. You can change any of this too as well if you needed. And then what's cool is that we get to see exactly the landing pages that they've been on, right? So we can see all of the landing pages from start to finish when this lead was interested. So obviously we've been working on this for a while, but I can make sure I can see, okay, cool. Like my cash buyers, so-and-so saw this page, but they didn't call in. I thought that would have been a great property for them. Let me give them a call and try to get some feedback on it. Or, hey, the seller dropped off on the survey, right? Let's give them a call because we have an appointment booked up with them. Or, they didn't book up the appointment yet, but they filled out the form, right? So you know exactly where these people are at. And then this is where you can then go ahead and then put in your, basically your tasks, right? So I can be like, follow up with an offer. If this is all good, perfect. These are some informations that I'm going to have to do today. And we've automatically filled these in on some of the landing page stuff that I'm going to show you guys in a minute too as well. So super, super cool and very helpful when it comes down to all of this. The next thing is some notes, right? So, Kyle Allen booked a call, 15-minute call about their property right here on Wednesday, this date, and it's undefined, right? So basically here's like a link if I needed to add to my Google Calendar or anything like that. I can hit this and bada bing, bada boom, it pulls it up and I can go ahead and save that, which is pretty sick. So that's pretty much what you can go ahead and do. You can obviously add any custom notes in here and go ahead and save this. You can throw Zillow links in there, the whole 9 yards inside of that. The next thing is any appointments, right? So you can see we already have some appointments that have been confirmed, right? I can go in here if I'm talking with them on the phone inside of the system. I'd be like, hey, does January 7th at 11:45 work well for you? And then make sure you put it in the right time zone too as well, which will help you guys out if you're working in multiple cities or states or out of state owners and stuff like that. So that's really going to help you out. Then any additional notes that you want to add in there, and then is it an in-person offer or is it just over the phone? So you can add both of those. Great way to kind of just make sure you're talking with the seller, figuring out what exactly it is, and start doing it from start to finish. So that's pretty much inside of each of the leads. So far what we've done is we've went through the dashboard, the conversations, and now we have what I call basically like the glorified Excel sheets, right? So this is pretty much where we're going to have new leads coming in, right? So in this pipeline, we have motivated sellers, right? So pretty much any of these people are motivated sellers, and they want to, these are opportunities that we have, right? So Tamara's a hot lead, right? So I can go ahead and click on her and it's going to pull in the information that I have about Tamara, right? So I can see all of the information that I have for her and all that good stuff, right? So let's say I was talking with Tamara and I booked up an appointment. I can directly move her over here and keep track of my leads in process, right? So now I sent over the contract. That contract is now in escrow. Perfect, cool. Well, hey, now that contract has been won, I can drag it over here and boom, I have now won that opportunity, which is then going to update inside of my dashboard as far as my conversion ratio goes. So it was 22%, now it's 27% because we just increased it by winning that conversion over and then now closing it down, right? So this is super, super helpful. You can do this with your cash buyers too as well. So you can go ahead and take a look. Let's say, Pace Morby was a premium cash buyer of mine. Perfect, cool. Well, maybe I just did a deal with Pace. Now I know, hey, he's gonna get my first deal the next time I have a deal for him. Or maybe Grant Cardone is a multifamily buyer and I run into someone, who's looking to sell a multifamily unit property. Well, cool. I can reach out to Grant Cardone and do that same thing. Or, Graham Stephan is a rental buyer, fix and flip, and you can change any of these to meet your criteria of what you're looking for. So that's pretty much the opportunity side. As soon as you click inside of here, you can go inside, take a look at it, basically see everything that's inside of this contact and any notes or anything like that that you have in it. So what we've done is that we've built out a handful of campaigns for you guys to basically help to systematically get you guys the best results the fastest, right? So I've sifted through the hundreds of campaigns that I've built myself and basically provided you guys with some of the best ones that are actually working. So we have our cash buyer drip. So as soon as a new cash buyer comes in, they're going to be dripped on, with the following stuff, right? Hey, we're super excited to have you a part of our cash buyers. One of our team members will reach out to you shortly. Email goes out, another text message. We just finished reviewing your profile. I would love to schedule a phone call with you to talk for 10 to 15 minutes. I recommend that you talk with every single one of your cash buyers that sign up, even if it's just a short phone call, to actually make sure you know exactly what their buying criteria is. So that way in your head, when you're talking with the seller, hey, I do have someone that I can actually reach out and talk to that would be interested in buying this property. So those are what we have for the cash buyers. We have, a new property text blast. So, I've just bought this new property. I'm looking to wholesale it out to one of my cash buyers. Perfect. Well, I can go in here. I can, what I would recommend is copying the campaign and then going ahead and editing it. And then going in here and going like, okay, I wanted to share over this deal, this off-market deal in, let's say, Tucson. Here's a link for all the photos. See it today. Here's an email that goes out to them. Wait a day and then send them a text message. Hey, I wanted to check back around to see if you had a chance to review the deal I sent you, right? Because sometimes people, right, are busy when you send them the deal. So they might not be able to get it to that same day. They might not be able to get it to the next day. But if you're following up consistently, this is going to help to make sure that your buyers, one, see you multiple times, and then two, that you're staying in front of them on a continuous basis, and you're not just, getting no feedback from your buyers, because any feedback is going to be good to make sure you know exactly what they're looking for to help them out in the future. And then if they sign up for like a specific single listing, you can do this. Hey, would you like to, present an offer on this property? We noticed you signed up for this, and I'll kind of go into a little bit more in depth about that later. Some of the other ones that we have is that we have like a 141-day cash offer drip, right? This cash offer drip is there to start following up with any motivated sellers for literally the next half year. So this is super, super important. This next one then is like 30 days out, right? If they're like 30 days out, they're like, oh, I'll sell in like a month, right? I'm not ready yet. Well, hey, you want to make sure you're following up with them. If they booked an appointment up with you, you want to make sure you have those appointments that are set up. If they didn't show up to the appointment, cool, let's follow up with them to get another appointment. If they're not ready yet, right? They're not ready to sell. Well, you got to have a long-term drip to make sure you're touching them every single month or every couple of weeks or every quarter or something like that, right? And then if I sent over the offer too as well, how do I follow up with that? Some people like to do this manually themselves. Some people like myself like to be more hands-off. And that's pretty much what we're doing, right? So we've started building some of these stuff out for you guys. And then what's cool is in this system, right? Like you can do a ton of different marketing streams. Like let's say I wanted to go buy some data and then start text messaging it. We give you our 5 best text message campaigns that we're using. So 60-day lates that we're doing. So they're late on their payments for 60 days. They're free and clear properties. They were just recently inherited, or another word, probate. Pre-foreclosed auction, and then it's a vacant property, right? So these are ones that we're constantly hitting up using text message marketing. We kind of just built out custom drips that kind of touch on the pain points that they have if it's a free and clear property, or if it's vacant, or if they're going into probate or anything like that, right? So we've built those out for you guys inside of the marketing campaign. What's cool is that we've connected with, Google AdWords and Facebook ads. So that way you guys get real-time reporting. If you guys are running campaigns for, Google AdWords, or if you're running Facebook ads or Instagram ads, you can directly get that marketing information directly back to you. So this is super, super important, especially if you guys are growing and developing out new marketing channels, essentially, to know, hey, what's actually happening and how is this all directly relating to growing my business, right? Because a lot of the times you have a marketing over here and you have sales over here, and there's no kind of communication back and forth, and it gets extremely frustrating. So if you guys are in that situation, we've kind of helped to bridge that gap between them. The next cool part is this is just basically showing how many people have been on your websites and systems and all that good stuff. This is probably one of the things that most of you guys will really enjoy. It's talk time as you're communicating, right? How many calls have been answered? How many calls have been missed? How many first-time calls? And the average call that you're doing, right? So you can go through and it lists, like I said before, all of the calls are recorded, right? So anyone who calls in, they're going to be tracked inside of this system. So that way you guys know exactly what to expect when you guys are getting all of this. And then what's cool is if you start building out a team, you can then start looking at, okay, well, how does this person compare to that person? And how many conversions has this person made? And all of that good stuff in text messages. So you can go ahead and compare two people, right? Dates and times, or you can compare one person, which is super, super cool. So you can go ahead, play around with this. It's really interesting to see, you know, and play reward games, right? Like, hey, if so-and-so does this, if you hit this, or if you know, made, you know, X amount % over the amount of calls you made, I'll give you X reward, right? So get really creative with stuff like that, especially if you're a team member. Then what's cool is that you have all of your calendars, right? So as soon as someone books up a calendar using your appointment scheduling link, it goes directly on here, right? Super, super easy. Or if you're talking with someone, right? Like let's say I had a conversation with Jerry Norton, right? And, you know, I wanted to schedule a call with him, right? So if I did something like this, I could set up a time with Jerry and then boom, boom, I got it all scheduled out. He's going to go on the appointments. Oh, perfect. You got an appointment with him, sends out a text message, sends out an email, and then boom, it also goes right here in my calendar too as well to talk with Jerry Norton, right? So this is really, really interesting on how we've built out all of this stuff to essentially help you to limit the amount of garbage that you have to do, the tedious tasks that are taking away from actually talking with more sellers, closing down more deals, and growing your business most importantly. So that's kind of the scheduling part. The reputation management is just reviews. How do you manage the reviews and get more of them, which is super important once you start building your business and all that good stuff. The next thing is contacts, right? Like you want to make sure like you have contacts inside here, right? So like you can see different contacts that we have. We can see all these people. I can import contacts inside of here. So if I have like a CSV file, right? So like Phoenix skip trace list, right? So I can go ahead and upload this file. And then boom, right? Like this is a property that we did free and clear, 3 bedrooms to 5 beds. You know, you guys kind of get the gist. And I can pull in all of this information and I can start text messaging every single person that's on this list. I can hit continue and then it'll start pulling up a couple different data points for me. So it'll be like, I think I didn't do their name real fast. Give me one second. First name, last name. Oh, no, we did. It's just the first one was a dud. So, you know, I can go ahead, see a couple different samples. So, you know, this is Michael. This is all of this information. I just select the phone number, but then you can hit continue, and then add any tags that you want. And this is going to essentially help them to know, hey, is this person serious? Or, you know, what list did this person come from? So I can be like Phoenix, skip, traced, 3 to 5 bedrooms, 1 to 5 baths, free and clear, right? Now I know exactly what list this came from, and then I hit done. It's going to automatically import all of those people off of that CSV file into this, and then I can start text messaging every single one of those people, right? So really simple. I can go here, I can select the records, and I can go and add them to a campaign, right? So I can go, oh, hey, these are all free and clear properties, like I said, right? So I can go inside here, I can hit my free and clear campaign, I can hit add campaign, and now it's going to send them on all of those free and clear campaigns, which we built out inside of here. So super, super easy for you guys to do. And now we have this going up where, hey, it's going to send it immediately. Then it's going to send them in 3 days. Then in another 3 days, it's going to send it to them. And then in 10 days, it's going to then send them a thing, right? So you're going to be following up with this person for roughly about 2 weeks of just constant follow up. And guess what? That's going to help you guys to close more deals instead of just sending one message and hoping that they answer that one text message. We've built out multiple campaigns, and obviously you can keep adding events. I recommend it gets to a certain point where they haven't responded after X amount. they're probably not interested, or you don't have the right number, or whatever it might be, right? So don't worry too much about that. It'll definitely help you guys out in the long run. This is probably one of my favorite parts, is that we've built out funnels particularly for some of the things that investors needed without having to get too tech savvy and all that good stuff. So the first one I want to start with is basically our motivated seller funnel. So this is a landing page that you can use for Facebook ads, Google AdWords, Instagram. You can use it for Snapchat, like pretty much anything that you could imagine you could use this for, right? So what will happen is that this person will go get an offer, right? They'll type out their address. It will then pull their address in, and then they're going to type out their information, right? So what's cool is if they've already filled out this information, their information is going to stick, right? So the address, I don't need to type in again. I still need to type out all this stuff. I've already filled out this form before, so that's why it's doing it. Then the next thing, it's like, okay, cool. When could we talk about an offer, right? Okay, perfect. Well, Thursday at 8:30 works best for me. It's right before work. It's 15 minutes. Send me an offer. Boom. Cool. So now I got that. I have an appointment already booked without even me having to do anything, which is super nice. And now they can tell me a little bit about their property. Okay, it's a 4-bedroom. It's a 2-bath. It's 2,100 square feet. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a full rehab, 10 being a new house. Where would you rate your house? It's a 6, right? What repairs need? Roof needs repair. AC unit needs to be replaced. Floorings gross, whatever they want to type out, right? They can type that out. How long have you lived in the property? We've lived in it for 21 years. Is anyone else, is anyone at the property? No, it's vacant. Cool. When would you like to sell it? ASAP. Do they want to import any photos? So this is really cool. So I can go ahead and take some photos and select some photos for them. And I'll show you kind of what this looks like in a second. So I can upload all of these photos, share it with them. Boom, and then it just confirms their information. What if someone gave you some fake information, then they started filling all this and they're like, actually, I want to change that, right? So then they can change their phone number if they need to, and all that good stuff. So then boom, we have that. So this is really helpful once you guys are really starting to grow and do a lot of online marketing. So that way you don't have to be consistently cold calling or doing text message marketing. You could use stuff like Google Ads or Facebook or Instagram, or even Bing ads that are helping to drive traffic directly here. As soon as this loads, it's just being a little slow for us today. But as soon as this loads, they'll just bring them to a simple thank you page where they can directly call you today afterwards. Not sure why it's not necessarily working, but let's see if it'll go ahead and go through. Nope, but basically this is what the thank you page looks like. We'll have to take a look at that, but it's just a simple thank you page. Just thanking them for filling out the form and all that good stuff, and then they can directly call. Probably is going to get rid of this screen, and then it just pulls up a quick little call button for them. So perfect. So that's the motivated sellers funnel. Pretty simple, right? It's really built to help out to get more people to fill out that form and reduce the amount of work that you have to do as the acquisition person. So the next thing is our cash buyer funnel, right? So this is going to be important to make sure that we're acquiring new cash buyers on a consistent basis, right? So let's say we have a cash buyer, they're interested in learning more about our company. Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fill this form out, which then is going to send them to our cash buyers list. From here, we have like a premium version too as well. So similar to this survey with the motivated sellers, they can go ahead and type out their information like, oh, my company name is Hoffer. We typically buy from 200 to 500K houses. We like to invest in Phoenix and Tucson. Can we text you the latest deals? Sure, that sounds great. What type of investor are you? I'm a fix and flip, I'm a buy and hold, and creative finance, right? Perfect, that's gonna match my criteria. We did 1 to 5 deals last month. Would you be interested in private money? Maybe that's something that you guys offer, maybe it's something that you don't. How'd you hear about us, right? I've heard about you guys on Bigger Pockets. And then anything else that you can do. Perfect. Well, if so, then perfect. If not, then that will go through on that end. So then they just have like a simple little thank you page. Thank you so much for registering, all that good stuff. And then what happens is that we have these campaigns get triggered automatically. So that way, as soon as they sign up, cool, that cash buyer one, the cash buyer drip is going to get launched, right? Hey, we're super excited to have you part of our community. And then Ashley's going to reach out 37 minutes later as one of our representatives. Hey, when would be a good time for us to get on a phone call, right? Perfect. Cool. So that's good. Now we have a couple other different funnels inside of here. This one's pretty simple. So you have a new property that you're looking to now sell to a cash buyer. Well, it makes it a whole lot easier instead of just using like a Dropbox link to have the address right here, your logo, pictures of it, property for sale, any information about the property. It's a 1 bed, 1 bath, 1,600 square feet. It's on 4 acres, built in this time period. They can call and make an offer. So it brings up a call button. They can then join our buyers list if they're not already on it, right? So if you're marketing this property to new people, you can build your cash buyers list, right? Because who doesn't want more deals, right? Well, if they're like, hey, this deal doesn't fit, which a lot of people will do this, they go, no, this deal doesn't fit, but I'll join this guy's buyers list. I kind of like what he's doing. So then they get a feel of it. They get a kind of living room, dining room, kitchen, kind of feel of the whole property without having to, bug me. And then I just kind of go through, I go estimated spread. Here's what I think the ARV is. Here's what I think the price is. Here's how much they have in difference, right? So if they're looking at all these pictures and they're like, it's going to need about $60,000 worth of repairs. Well, cool. This one's probably going to need like close to like $70,000 to $80,000 worth of repairs, but cool. Now they know to expect a $40,000 profit, right? So this kind of just helps them and gives them a little map too as well about where the property is located. And that's one of our funnels for that side. So this is super, super helpful. I cannot tell you how many cash buyers love these types of landing pages and stuff like that. Instead of just getting another Dropbox link, they're actually able to fully look at it. Looks super great on the mobile phone too as well. So we have that. And then the last funnel that we have is just a simple, hey, book a call with me, right? So if you're talking with a seller and you're just not sure exactly, they're not sure exactly where to go. Well, hey, I just wanted to share this, calendar link with you. You can book a time with me once you feel good, and then it fills out their information, asking about the property address, all that good stuff. So these are simply some of the funnels that we've built for you guys to essentially help you to grow and scale your real estate investment business. So hopefully you guys are excited so far with what I've been sharing with you. I think there's a ton of value in some of this stuff that I've been building out. And all that good stuff. So the next thing is if you guys want to build a website or anything like that, you guys have full access to websites. And then triggers. So this is basically how the machines all work. So I'll just go through one of them because it's kind of a lot if I don't go through all of them. So let's say someone went through that the motivated sellers funnel, right? And they booked up a call with you, right? So the customer booked an appointment on the non-obligation cash offer appointment. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and move them into the opportunity section of appointments booked. We're gonna associate a $10,000 lead value, right? That's our average deal value. We're then gonna add them to the campaign of appointment reminders. So this is gonna happen all automatically. We're gonna add some notes, right? Contact first name. So Kyle booked an appointment for a 15-minute phone call to talk with you about their property on 123 East Main Street. The appointment starts on this time. Here's any of the notes of the appointment. Add it to your calendar with this, with this link, and then sends a text message to me as being the investor, right? This is my business. Going to send me an appointment or a text message going, hey, you have an appointment with, so-and-so at this time. They'd like to receive a cash offer. So all of that happens automatically as soon as that person fills out the form. So that's basically how the triggers work in hindsight. So, I mean, guys, this is pretty much what we've been building up for you guys to help you to grow your business. And, the biggest thing that a lot of people struggle with is how do I have the right systems in place? How do I actually scale effectively? And most importantly, how do I do all of this without being super tech savvy, guys? We've built out a system for you guys. I wanted to make it as robust as possible so that way you guys didn't have to go in here and have to, spend hours and hours and hours trying to figure out on how to do all of this stuff. So if you guys are interested and want to get access to this exact duplicate, I'm going to give it away for literally $97 a month. I know that sounds insane. I've built so much time and energy and just resources into building this, and I want to help you guys on your real estate investment journey. So if you guys are interested, $97 a month, you guys can get access below. Sign up, create your account. It's going to drum up your account, send you an email and a text message letting you guys know that it's ready. And then all you have to do is just customize the stuff inside the funnel and it's good to go. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me on any social media platforms or reach out to me directly if you guys have my cell. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.